Hi, Ellie Walsh, and today's day 24 of the 90-day video challenge. And it's kind of late here. It's a little after 11 o'clock at night, but I made it. I'm getting this video done, and that's because today was an interesting day, which brings up a great topic for me, contrast. So I'm going to make a statement. Contrast is essential. I'm going to say it again. Contrast is essential. Without contrast, there is no journey. There is no adventure. There is no expansion. In essence, you need contrast for there to be learning. I mean, why would we be here if we didn't come here for the journey? So why do we call contrast bad? That's what happens. People have labeled contrast as bad. Look at these things that seem to throw off our days, and I had a day that seemed to be thrown off, and we label it as bad. And when we label it as bad, well, there's the vibration. So we experience it as bad. So I'll quickly tell you my day. My computer was acting up. It was making this horrid noise when it was rendering videos. And it's important for me to render videos right now. So I was like, whoa, let's bring it to the shop. So I put it in the car this morning, and I bring it down to the shop. And, I live in the boonies, and I live near a lot of water, and I live in mountains where there's water. And we have been saturated up here. We've had lots and lots of rain. So I knew water levels were high, but whatever. I brought the computer to the shop, and we were trying to figure out what it was doing, and I left, and he said, okay, I'll figure out where that noise is coming from. And I continued on to go shopping. Again, that's like over a 20-mile ride for me, is to go food shopping. So a little while later, he calls me, and he says, I know where the sound's coming from. I say, okay. He says, the hard drive. And your heart starts pounding. Nobody likes, but I didn't. I was like, oh, okay. He says, I'm going to run diagnostics on it. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Call me when you figure it out. I keep shopping. And a little while later, he calls me back. He says, I did the diagnostics. The hard drive is fine. All that was happening was it was vibrating. So I'm laughing at that because I'm thinking, well, I've been vibrating a lot. We're doing all these videos. So that's probably why it was vibrating. So I was like, good. Okay, I'll be there on my way back in a little while. And then I start driving back. And I get to this point, and they tell me, you can't really go much further down that road. I have to go into this town because there's flooding going on. I was like, oh. So I thought, well, I'm going to go until they stop me. So I kept on going. They detoured me a little bit, and I got to the shop. So I got to the shop, I pick up my computer, he had cleaned it all up, he tightened up the hard drive so it wouldn't vibrate. It probably will again. And he doesn't charge me. I'm like, that's good. And then I got to go straight down that road, and I see there's cop cars and fire trucks all over the place. So they tell me, no, you absolutely can't get that way. And it's closed out, it's flooded all down there. So, when you live in the boonies, there's not always a lot of ways. There's a lot of country roads, not always a lot of ways to get to your house. So I thought, well, okay, I have a GPS system with me, and I kind of knew a back road. So I had to go do a little bit of detours, and had to ask them if they'd let me up this road, and they said yes. So I get up that road, and I was glad I had a Jeep, okay, because the water was rushing down these roads, and you go way up, and then you got to come down. And I do have to say it was kind of amazing because it's beautiful up there. It's lush and green trees, and they have this rain on them, and then the sun comes out. It was like gorgeous. But then there were points this water was rushing across the road. But I wasn't in danger. And again, I'm glad I had a Jeep, and I went slow. And I went down to some spots where the road got a little bumpy, because part of the roads were washing out. But whatever. I got down, I got through, I was able to get on the next road, and I got to my house. And it was all good. So some people especially people that have a tendency to talk about law of attraction, they start going, well, why did that happen? And how could I have manifested that? And, why did I vibrate that? And why would that happen to me? And I was in a good place. And I don't do any of that. Okay? I don't analyze it. Life is life. There's all kinds of co-creations going on in life. And I make the choice to view contrast as an opportunity. And I was saying that, okay, somewhere here there's an opportunity. I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. Okay? I don't need to. It's okay. If we would just make that shift from believing that these things that we call contrast or stuff, people say stuff, I got a lot of stuff going on, and we say it like it's bad. If we would just shift from looking at that stuff as bad to thinking, well, somewhere there's an opportunity in there. There's a journey in here. There's an adventure in here. I'm going to stop labeling it as bad. Because the more you see contrast or your stuff as an opportunity, the more it will show up as an opportunity. So what was the opportunity today? I don't know. I had a good day. Okay, my computer's home and it works. And I'm going to render this video. And I got home in one piece, and it was all good. So chill out. Stop trying to figure stuff out and stop labeling things as bad. Find ways to shift into somewhere here there's an opportunity. I'm going to enjoy the journey. That's my tip for today. I will see you on day 25. Have a great night.